What is up? Welcome back to another video. I thought I would do a quick fire Q&A because I asked you to ask me so many questions on Instagram and I got pages of questions. So I'm going to answer as many as I can, short and sweet. Let's go. So the first question is, can I work out morning and night for fast results? The first thing I would say is, one, stop looking for fast results. Everyone is looking for quick results, which leads them to trying fad diets. Everyone wants results like yesterday. Instead of focusing on fast results, focus on what you can do each day in order to take you closer to your goals. For example, hitting your steps, drinking enough water, getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep, following a progressive workout plan, and learning more about nutrition. We cannot outwork our diet. So if you are going to the gym or working out at home twice a day, it doesn't even guarantee you results, because if you're eating too many calories and your goal is fat loss, you won't get any results. So the first thing I want to say is, write down your goals, get a plan in place, and then stay accountable, stay honest with yourself. And of course, if you need any help at all, sign up at anjulimack.com and let me help you. Is it okay to drink coffee with a little hint of heavy cream? So 2 parts to the question here. First, is it okay to drink coffee? Yes, it is. I don't recommend drinking coffee within a few hours of going to bed, of course, because that'll interrupt your sleep. But also, I recommend monitoring your caffeine intake. We don't want to be having too much caffeine throughout the day because it is a stressor to the body. And then the second part of this is, can you have it with cream or milk, etc., etc. You have to realize that if your goal is fat loss, you cannot or should not be going out and getting a 500 calorie coffee from Starbucks, which has whipped cream or ice cream or whatever other kind of added sugars in it. Black coffee, cold brew coffee, 0 calorie coffees, A-OK. Go for it. If you want to be adding cream to it, whipped cream, milk, whatever it is, you need to really factor that into your calories, because if you had, say, 150 calorie coffee every single day, such as a flat white, for maybe 7 days a week, that's enough to take you out of a caloric deficit. You need to be aware of the total calories, whether they're coming from alcohol, coffee, or ice cream. Do macros matter if I'm not exceeding the amount of calories I eat each day? So I'm guessing what she means is, if you have your calories for the day, your caloric deficit, and you want to lose fat, does counting macros actually matter? For weight loss, no, not really. If you're in a caloric deficit, you're going to lose weight. However, we don't just want to lose weight, or I assume you don't just want to lose weight. You probably actually want to feel fit, look toned, get stronger in the gym, and actually have an overall healthy body. So on this side of things, yes, macros matter. We really need our proteins, fats, and carbs to work together in order for us to make up our total calories for the day. So what this means is, we need our protein to help with recovery, we need our carbs to help with fueling us through our workouts so we can have a great workout and have energy throughout the day, and we also need our fats to make sure that we have protected our hormones. Both men and women need adequate amounts of fats. When it comes to actually focusing on fat loss, we do want to make sure that we're hitting an adequate amount of proteins, fats, and carbs. For example, if you were getting all of your calories from just straight fats, you'd probably lose weight, but you'd be losing a lot of muscle as well, and you wouldn't get that kind of toned look, because the toned look comes from building muscle and losing fat to actually show the muscle. That's how you look fit, that's how you get stronger in the gym, and that's how you feel good in your own skin. If you're eating a lot of fat and carbs and not enough protein, you might find that you get kind of like a skinny fat look, where your weight is coming down, but you're not actually building any muscle, and you're just kind of losing weight on the scale, which isn't really what most people want when they come to me. Do you count calories every day? I personally do count my calories every day, as does my fiance Ross. It's honestly just a lifestyle. I don't find it a hassle at all. I have tried intuitive eating in the past before, but I find that it's almost more restrictive for me, because if I'm intuitive eating, I have this feeling of like, oh, you know, I shouldn't eat bread, I shouldn't eat cookies, because if I eat one, I'm going to want to eat more. And I get that mentality of like, oh, I've had one cookie, I may as well have 2, I may as well eat the whole pack of Oreos. And before you know it, I'm completely off track. So I like if it fits your macros and counting my calories, because it means like I can plan in advance and eat what I enjoy. So for example, for the past 3 days, I've had an ice cream. I've put this on my TikTok and my Instagram, full days of eating, and I don't feel like I'm off track because I fit it into my calories and it's what works best for me. And saying that, if I'm going out for lunch, I know that I can't accurately track those calories, but I still make a conscious effort to eat around that meal out and make sure that I kind of factor it in, and I make sure that my meals around the lunch are kind of, you know, relevant to it. So if I'm going out for lunch and I'm having a steak and maybe some garlic bread, I know that I've already had some carbs for the day, so I might cut back carbs from other meals. And it's all about flexibility for me. Some people might not want to count calories forever, and that's okay. You don't have to, but I do suggest that everyone learn about calories and the nutrition of the foods and the drinks that they're consuming, so that you get an idea of how many calories you should be eating to either maintain, lose weight, or gain weight. And then once you've done that for a good 3 to 6 months, you get an idea of portions, and then from there you can kind of choose if you want to go into intuitive eating with that knowledge. I look so much fitter, but the scale won't really cheer me up. It's been a good month and a half. Honestly, I think too many people put their worth in a number on a scale. Like, who cares what the scale says? If you are taking progress photos, you're getting stronger in the gym, your clothes fit you better, you have more energy, you're making healthier choices, you're sleeping better, but the scales aren't coming down, who cares? Take the batteries out the scales, throw them away, and never step on them again. Focus on how you feel, focus on your key habits. Take progress photos every 2 weeks or once a month. The results will come if you put in work and you commit to it. Forget about those scales, girl. This is a great question, Luana. Can you eat maintenance calories when you feel super hungry on your weight loss journey? So you have to realize, in order to lose fat, you need to be in a caloric deficit. But if you are not in a rush for anything and you're okay with slowing down your results by eating at maintenance, once a week or so, then by all means you could do that. But it just means that over the week, you're going to increase your caloric average. So if you were meant to be eating 1,500 calories every day for the week, and then one day you eat 2,000 calories, you just have to realize that that's increased your average by a little bit. Not much at all, but it's just something to take into account. By eating at maintenance, you're slowing down your results in general. Of course, there's a difference when you're taking into account like diet breaks and things like that on a longer time frame for fat loss. So yes, it's fine to eat at maintenance if you are super hungry. That would be much better than just binge eating and going over and eating into a surplus. So yes, if you feel comfortable in eating a couple of hundred extra calories or so, listening to your body, by all means go for it. Just know that it will affect your fat loss rate. Do you eat before you work out? I personally train fasted, as does my fiance Ross. It's just what works best for us. There's a lot of people out there that are pro fasted training, against fasted training, but at the end of the day, it's all about finding what works best for you. I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, we roll out of bed, we head to the gym. My body wouldn't even be able to digest the food fast enough for me to use it in the gym. So if you are training in the morning fasted like I do, what you can do is backload your carbs. So at night you eat carbs with your dinner, and then in the morning you've actually had time to store it as glycogen and use it for fuel in the gym. If you're someone that feels lightheaded when you train on an empty stomach, don't train on an empty stomach. Have a banana or have a protein shake before you go to the gym. If you are someone that trains in the afternoon, you've already got food in your system from the meals that you ate earlier in the day. Once again, it's all about finding what works best for you. I personally have never struggled with training fasted. I actually prefer it. And I do this whether I'm on comp prep, whether I'm building muscle, year round. It's what works for me. So find what works for you and then stick to it. It might take you time to find out what you prefer, but again, it's down to personal preference. What do you do in between sets? I feel so unproductive just waiting. So if you are doing workouts at home, what you can do is limit your rest time to increase the intensity, because working out at home, if you don't have any weights, it might be quite hard to increase the intensity. However, if you are in the gym, the weights that you are using should be hard enough that you can keep good form, but also hard enough that you can't complete more than 2 reps of your given amount. So I'm just going to try and explain it simply. If I gave you 10 reps of squats, your range should be between 8 and 12 reps. 12 being the max and 8 being like the minimum amount. Ideally, you want to hit 10 with good form, and you shouldn't feel like you should do more than 12 reps with that weight. So you need to choose a weight that challenges you. But the weight that you're using with good form should be a weight that's so challenging that you actually feel like you need a break. I always use my rest time because I feel like I'm pushing myself and need it. When I'm doing super heavy lifting, my rest time can be anywhere from 2 to like 4 minutes. And if I'm doing hypertrophy training where it is like, anywhere from 8 to 20 reps, then my rest time is going to be only like maybe 30 to 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes at max. And boy, oh boy, do I need the full 30, 60, 90, or even 2 minutes rest. So make sure that you're actually challenging yourself with your workouts, pushing yourself with good form to choose a weight that challenges you so that you don't feel like the rest time is wasted. If you really think that 90 seconds is too long, maybe you could shorten your rest time to 60 seconds, but you shouldn't feel like you're wasting time. I just enjoy the rest time and sip on my water before I get back into my next workout or like my next set. Okay, so that was just kind of like a fun, quick questions answered video. Super simple. It is lunchtime now and your girl is hungry. I hope you learned something from this video. I hope that it helped, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.